Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at all four of these Joyo amplifiers. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a deep dive and look at all four of these Joyo amplifiers. These are the Bantamp series amplifiers by Joyo. They are 20 watt amplifiers. They have 112AX7 tube in them and they sound great. Each one of these has separate personalities and functionality built into it to sound like specific amplifiers, and that's one of the really cool things about Joyo is they do a very, very affordable way of not modeling, but replicating the tones and personalities of expensive tube amps inside these little tiny packages. And these little amplifiers, typically they run between like 140 and 180 a piece. You can find them on the used market quite a bit less, but they are a lot of fun. They're lightweight and they sound really cool, and they're packed with some cool features. So let's take a look. First, I'll give a quick description of each one, and then we're going to go in the studio, and I'm going to have a cabinet mic'd up, and we're going to run all four of them and do some quick reference audio demos of each amplifier so you can see what they sound like if you're interested in any of these, and you can compare and contrast. They're so affordable you could almost, buy all of them over a small amount of time or at once. They're really worth the money, and they're cool little amps. So let's check it out. This blue one is called the Blue Jay. Now the Blue Jay is similar to a Blues Junior, okay? And that's where the Blue Jay name comes from. So Joyo is very creative in coming up with names for these amplifiers. I think they're creative anyway. So the Blue Jay stands for Blues Junior, and if you notice in the logo of the amplifier, the letter B and the letter J is lit up to just kind of show you, hey, it's the Blues Junior. Now, one way this amplifier is different than the other three that I'm going to show you is this is a single channel amp. This is a Bantamp, just a single channel Bantamp amplifier, and on each one of these amplifiers you are looking at a gain stage, a tone stage, and a volume, but this is a single channel. And that's that way because a Blues Junior was a really simple amplifier. You just turned it up and cranked it up, right? So on this amp, you've got the normal mode and you've got a bright mode. So you can, normally on the other ones, this is gain and clean and gain, all right? But this is normal and bright. The amps all of them come featured with a Bluetooth capability where you can sync your phone or an iPad or computer to these Bluetooth and play tracks or audio over them, and it comes through the signal of the amplifier clean so you can practice to other tracks, and that's a very nice feature. Then the power switch. This is your overall volume, obviously, tone, and then the gain of the amp. They're metal or aluminum, whatever this is. There's ventilation around each amplifier that keeps it cool, and inside of the amplifier there's a little 12AX7 tube. Probably can't see it on camera, but there's a little tube in there. 12AX7s virtually last forever. All these amplifiers are easy to connect. They have a simple power supply that comes included with the amplifier. They have a speaker out. There's a single speaker out, so you can't run these to two cabinets, but what you can do is if you have a cabinet that daisy chains to another cabinet, you could run a couple cabinets with it. But you run one cabinet through that, and then there's an effects loop. That's very important. Effects loops are fantastic because you can run delays and reverbs through these amps, and they sound really nice because the gain is in the front, and you want your delay and your reverbs after the gain. Otherwise, it'll sound kind of messy, in my opinion. And then there's a headphone out, so you can listen to your headphones or your guitar with your headphones if you want. So, little 3.5 millimeter input for headphones. Very simplistic. Okay, so the Blue Jay. Now let's take a look at this guy. This is the Jackman 2. Okay, the Jackman 2, it's red, obviously. Now this one is different. Now all three of these, this is different than the Blue Jay. Now this one, as you can see, has two rows of controls. Now this is called the Bantamp XL. The Bantamp XLs have 2 channels in them and a little bit more features. Okay, so they're a little bit more expensive, but they're still affordable. I think you can get these Jackman 2s for 150 bucks, 129, 149. Just depends on where you get it, okay? So now on the Bantamp XLs, you've got your clean and you've got your gain channels, and the Bluetooth is the same and the power switch is the same. Now the clean channel is the top row and the gain channel is the bottom row, and it's set up the same way that the Blue Jay was set up, where there's gain, tone, and volume. Very simple. Now where this differs is on the back of this amplifier, it's got a foot switch. Now these come with a single button foot switch included, so you can channel switch between clean and dirty. And the headphone output on these XLs are 3.5-inch headphone, which is a little bit nicer quality. They still have an effects loop, 1 speaker output, and then there's the power out. Now, if you're wondering what this antenna is, it's a receiver for Bluetooth. So when you sync your phone up, when you turn the Bluetooth on the front, your phone, when you search for Bluetooth signals, will say Jackman 2, and you just sync your phone to the Jackman 2. Now, if you look at the front of this one has JCM in the front of it, or in the logo, on the front of the logo, and that stands for JCM 800. So this is a replica of a JCM 800, and it has a 2 in front of it, or behind it, because it's a 2-channel amplifier. Okay, now let's take a look at this goldish colored one. This is the Meteor 2. Now the Meteor 2 is designed to be like an orange amplifier. Now this one is set up exactly the same as the Jackman 2, same volume, tone, and gain, Bluetooth switch, power, clean and dirty, and the back is exactly the same. So very, very simple. What I do when I run these amplifiers is I'll run 2 or 3 of them, side by side on top of my speaker cabinet, and then I just unplug the power cable from one of them and run the speaker cable into my effects. And I can switch between amplifiers so quick, and it's fun because if I want different tones when I'm practicing or playing at the house, I can switch easily between amplifiers. All right, now so this gunmetal gray kind of pewtery looking colored one is one I just recently did a video on. If you've been following the channel closely, this one is also a Bantamp XL, and this one is the Zombie 2. Now if you see the Zombie's got an MB in the logo, that's Mesa Boogie, okay? So this is designed after a rectifier. Now this one's got a much more mid-rangier punch to it, like a rectifier. Same setup, Bluetooth, clean, dirty, power, your input, 12AX7 tube. The back is exactly the same. Very simplistic design, and you know what to expect when you buy one of these. You just can, they're affordable, so you can buy different tones, right? Really cool. So we've got the Blues Junior, the Jackman 2, the Meteor 2, and the Mesa Boogie Zombie 2 Bantamp series. Okay, so let's check these out. We'll bring them in the studio, and we will run a 57 in front of a speaker cabinet, and we'll record it in Pro Tools. I'll put a little bit of, just a little delay and reverb on the signal, just to give it a little bit of a processed sound, so it sounds nice and ambient. And we'll do a quick test so you can hear what these sound like, okay? Let's do it. All right, so here's the setup in the studio. I've got this custom 2x12 cabinet with some Celestion greenbacks in it. I've got the 4 Joyos on top of the 2x12. We're going to run my 2024 Gibson SG Standard through each amplifier and go through all the different tones and check it out completely. So let's do it. All right, so I'm going to try to stay out of the way for the most part so you can see what's going on here. I've got another camera on these amps to provide close-ups of the settings. All right, so we're going to turn on the Blue Jay, and I'll show you. This is how long it takes it to warm up. All right, so it's a tube amp, okay? Here you can see I've got the tone and the gain set at midnight. I've got the level set according to my levels that I need in Pro Tools, so I can get a good recording of it. So I'm going to leave the volume the same. No matter how much you change the volume, it doesn't really change the gain level. Only the gain knob changes the gain level. Okay, and this is a very low gain amp. This would be a great platform for pedals, delays, reverbs, tremolos, and gain pedals. Okay, it's a blues amp. Neck pickup there, or bridge pickup. Here's the neck pickup. This neck pickup's a lot hotter in this SG. Okay, so if we dime the gain, that's all you're going to get out of this amp. That's it. If we dime the tone, kind of brittle. All right, so let's bring the tone back up. Bring the gain back a little bit. Bring the gain all the way down. You can't hear anything. All right, so the gain up a little bit. So it kind of acts like a volume as well. Now let's put the switch on bright. Bring the gain all the way up. Bridge pickup. Go back to the normal. Okay, that's it, man. It's really basic. It's nice. It's clean. It's really warm with the neck pickup. Okay, cool. Going to switch over to the Jackman 2. All right, so now we're running through the Jackman 2. I've got it set with the clean channel ready to go. I'm going to turn the amp on, show you how long it takes to power up. Okay, so here we go. We've got gain on middle, and we've got the tone on the middle. Running the neck pickup. Bridge. All right, let's dime the gain, okay? We're going to dime the gain on the clean channel. Dime the tone. Let's bring the gain back a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go into the gain channel. All right, so we're in the middle on both the gain and the tone. Bridge pickup. all the way up. We're going to diamond out. I really like this amp. You know, JCM 800s don't have a lot of gain on tap, and they're kind of bright, so this really does it justice. Clearly I love it the best, like maxed out. Cool. Nice. Now we're going to go over to the Meteor 2. Let's check that out. Okay, let's turn on the Meteor 2. We'll have the neck pickup on. Let it warm up. We're going to be in the clean channel. Now this amp is, as they go down the line, they get more and more aggressive. So here's the clean channel on the Meteor 2. All right, let's turn the gain up all the way. Channel 1. Really not a whole lot, you know. It is warm though. I mean, clean channels really don't inspire me that much unless there's lots of nice reverb on them. But they have to have a warm quality, and all of these amps have a nice, clean, warm quality. They'd get the job done. Bring the tone all the way up. You can hear it's breaking up a little bit. Cool. Cool. Now let's go down to the gain channel. We're midway up on the gain and the tone. You can tell automatically the gain on this is already 3 times more than the JCM. Going the neck pickup. All right, let's go all the way up on the gain. Now let's roll back on the guitar volume and see if it cleans up. That's really important to me. That's how I control my gain. I usually have my gain set pretty hot, and then I use my guitar to bring it back to get the clean tones. Nice. All right, so let's bring the gain back about to a third, and we'll bring the treble all the way up and see what that sounds like. Kind of sounds like this amp a little bit. All right, everything up all the way. Nice. Okay, now we're going to go over to the Zombie 2. Let's check that out. All right, let's do the Zombie 2. Let's do it. Going to be on the clean channel first. There it goes. It's funny how some of these take a little longer to warm up than others. The clean channel on this one is the best. I think the clean channel on this one is the second best, in my opinion. It's the neck pickup, go in the bridge. Let's go all the way up on the gain. Really not. It's a little hairy. Let's bring the tone all the way up. It kind of compresses it. Let's bring the gain back. Okay, let's go into the gain mode. All right, we're straight up on the gain and the tone. I don't know if it's picking it up on the mic as well as it is in the room, but man, it's very mid-rangey, very honky, like a boogie. It almost sounds like a half-cocked wah pedal. Cool. Let's bring the tone all the way up. All right, full bore, everything. All right, let's go back to the middle and bring the gain back a little bit. All right, so there you have it. That's the Zombie 2. Wonderful sounding amp. All of them have distinct characteristics that are unique to each amplifier. I would say, I think my favorite of the bunch, probably the most versatile for me, is probably the Jackman 2, just because I like a little bit less gain, and if I wanted to push that gain a little bit more, I could use an overdrive pedal and bring this into the stratosphere. But this amp has a barky, bright quality to it that the other ones don't have, and that's what I like. I like recording with that kind of a tone, and you can always add more. A lot of times with amplifiers that have a lot of saturation, you can't take that away from them if that's all they do, but you can always add more gain. But having said that, I love all of them. These two are awesome. I like this one the best. I probably play through this one the most, simply because I don't have to run a gain pedal in front of it. I can get a really nice super high gain saturated tone out of this one, and it sounds really nice and warm. I like the warmth of it. This would be great for doing solos and leads because it's got that equalized mid-range honky tone to it that it just really would carry through a mix well. I really need to do some demos with these and check them out. I'd like to do some recordings and double some rhythm tracks with these and play some leads on this. So probably in a future video we can do something like that and let you guys check that out. So hope you find this video helpful. If you like these amplifiers, all of them are on sale right now, Black Friday. At the filming of this video, Black Friday's in just a couple days here in 2024. And you can get these things anywhere. There's a link in the description below, so click on that link and follow that link to find any of these amps. And I say, you know, heck, get one or two of them if you can afford it, and experiment and enjoy. At this price point and as easy as these things are to set up and carry with you, there's really no excuse. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.